It's going to be epic. It's going to be something which is supposed to happen in this video. Unfortunately, it got postponed to the next. It is going to be the biggest announcement which we Two Brother Vlogs have made on YouTube, period, ever.
It's been extremely long and we've delayed the video quite a bit now, but now finally the wait is over. The Interceptor 650 BS6 ka review is on. I'm saying review, but there are actually many reviews online. I'm just going to talk how this bike will help you in everyday life, touring, the good and the bad.
There are few goods, there are few bads about this bike which have to be taken care of when you're actually purchasing this bike. We've spoken to the owners, we've ridden them even on long distances. We've gone to a Pondicherry trip. This particular bike which is in front of us had also come along with two more Interceptors. So
before everything, I really love their color schemes. They actually have many colors,
yes.
And this is one of the few color schemes which I like the most.
It's very elegant, yeah.
And there's one more black with gold and red. Even that is looking.
My favorite is this. This is called Baker's Express. Oh, speaking about Interceptor, we have another one here. What timing, eh? यहाँ पे लगाओ.
Okay, both these bikes are actually BS6 versions. Though they are BS6, they are the owners have slightly tuned their bikes to their liking a bit. But this is a black, that's a white and red Baker's Express. The black comes with silver wheels.
The thing is, there's no black anymore. There's no black anymore.
There's no black anymore?
No, this was the only bike that was left in the showroom. So the waiting period is actually for 4 months, 4 to 6 months.
Oh, that's one of the bad bits.
So yeah, so I actually wanted the maroon, the red one, right? So I just wanted the red one and I had to wait for 6 months. But luckily, this was in the showroom. I got it within 40 days. This was the discontinued color.
Nila in a discontinued process.
I'm sorry.
This particular bike is actually slightly accessorized. You've got handlebar risers, the engine guard from Royal Enfield, and also there's a bash plate. And what I heard...
This is the bash plate. It protects the underbelly of the bike from many speed breakers, mostly in India.
And what I heard from the owner itself, that you get a main stand as standard on this bike, which is helpful when there is a puncture and also when you have to loop the bike. Yeah, that is one of the very bad bits about this bike, that when there is a puncture, these are tube rims. You're going to have to remove the tire, remove the tube, get everything done and then move on. And as standard, you actually get these chrome mirrors, but in Royal Enfield itself, you can actually accessorize your bike into getting powdered black mirrors, which look rather cool.
Very nice quality, huh?
Sturdy quality.
Very good quality.
And a fake windscreen. I'm pretty sure it will not.
No functionality.
No functionality, no wind deflection.
Aesthetically. Personally, do you like it with the windscreen or without?
I like it without the windscreen.
Even me.
I love it with the one. This is the
larger one.
larger
There's a smaller
size.
one
This
as
is the
well.
larger size.
This is not the stock Royal Enfield seat. This is by Sahara seats. Both the seats on these bikes. The seat which comes with the Interceptor is very thin. So
Very thin, it's very small, and I'm pretty sure you can definitely not use the seat for touring and in city as well, because the seat is it doesn't have any grip. You're going to slide backwards and forward.
And again, these are two different designs on these. This is a single seat kind of a version that looks like a dual seat. There are quite a lot of options in Sahara seats. It makes the ride very, very plush. Sai, you've been with us on multiple rides, let it be breakfast, long distance touring on this machine itself. How do you find it? Do you find the power adequate?
Yeah. To give a straight answer, it is more than enough. More than sufficient power that whatever I have, and it is able to keep up with the big bikes that we are going with.
Another very important accessory on Sai's bike. Look at these Zana engine guards here. Compare it to the Royal Enfield guards. This has got basically a highway peg where you can actually stretch your legs out. And because it's made in India, it is literally 1-0 at the end cut when you compare it to what we had it on the Multistrada and the Africa Twin.
On the highway, this bike gives out 25 kilometers per liter, and in the city it is 23. Compared to the Dukes, that is slightly less.
But I honestly expected it to be a little more the mileage
Little
of
more.
this bike. But
And also, talking about the mileage, the fuel tank is actually not that big. And also, the fuel gauge is wrong. I mean,
Yeah, that's a con.
you get the bar readings here, but it always displays the wrong point, and all of a sudden from 3 points you'll go down to 1 point. That's with many Royal Enfield RE 650s, but
Sorry to cut you off. This happens, when you put the side stand, the petrol indicator, when it is 2 dots, it actually goes up to 5 dots. And it stays for at least 10 kilometers like that, and again it comes back to 2 kilometers, 2 dots.
That there's one more very small one. This is regarding the fuel filler cap. What I personally don't like is it comes off into your hand. They should have made it a hinged model. It's one less thing to carry, and it's a pain to put it back as well.
lock a tank bag onto the tank ring because there are no screws as such.
Yeah,
So you actually have to keep the magnetic tank bags, which I don't recommend on a bike.
because they cause a lot of scratches.
And I also experienced once the tank bag was coming off because the magnets were loose.
Tires. And again, the rubber on this is not the greatest. It's provided by Seat. But the problem with these tires is every single Interceptor I have ridden over a speed of 100, even if you actually leave the handlebar, it starts wobbling. It's actually called a tank slapper, and it is very, very prominent on these machines.
You are little aware of how much power the bike generates. This can be your first bike. That friendly the power output is. I will never recommend a KTM for a first newbie rider, but this, even the power output is almost similar to a KTM 390. The power is very predictable, and you can ride along, chug along many kilometers without any stress if you change the seat. And also the new BS6 is coming with the socks, the suspension socks. They actually help prevent fork leaks.
Fork seal breakages. So they prevent dirt from getting and seeping in. And you forgot the most important thing about this bike when it comes to the good
Sound?
bits. The way it looks.
The way it looks.
Sounds also amazing.
All Royal Enfields, they actually tend to keep the bike as minimal as possible, as retro as possible. So Sai's got the Zana top rack, and we asked the manufacturer whether the top box can go on top of it, and he said yes. There is a small plate which goes on top of the Zana.
This fits. Sorry, this way.
That way, and you actually have to drill 4 holes onto the plate, and you can mount the top box on top of this, and you've got a small cute little top box, right? From now you don't have to worry about luggage, at least about secured luggage. What we're doing here is we are making 8 holes for the top rack to sit on this, and we came to our local fabricator to get that thing done. So pretty basic instrument cluster. We've got the speedometer and small digital readout which shows the fuel bars, and also the odometer below it, and on the right you have the tachometer, and that's it. And there's a small button here which toggles between trip A, trip B, and again Odo, back to Odo. And when it comes to switch gear, ignition kill switch, power switch, pass, high beam, low beam, indicators, and a very loud horn. I'm pretty sure this is an aftermarket horn, but yeah. And like I said while vlogging, this bike is very easy to ride, and you don't feel like urging to push the bike way faster. When in the case of a Duke and all, you want to push the bike a little faster because that gives that adrenaline pump and push. This bike is very subdued, and you can chug along with many kilometers. As long as you change that seat, you can travel distances on this bike. And that power, that exhaust note, smooth. I am pretty sure you don't need any aftermarket exhaust for this. हाँ यार, XUV 700, we are not sure when we are going to get that car. There are few bits about the bike which are off, like fuel tank, the fuel cap, and also the tank, and also the the gauge. But those are very small, minute stuff when compared to what price you're paying for the bike and how much power and what all features you're getting to it. You're getting ABS here, that's more than enough. Traction control, yeah, traction control is a miss out. If the next versions get it, that will be a very beneficial factor. You also don't get any adjustable levers. That's one more miss out on this. There's something about the parallel twins which always attracts me. The clutch is very light. It's not the lightest, but it's very light. And in city, barring I just traveled only 2-3 kilometers, the bike is actually not heating up at all. But mind you, the exhaust tips are run very hot on the Royal Enfields. The minute you touch the exhaust on both ends, they're going to burn up your skin quite a lot. And that is the widest part of the bike, sticking way there and there. And whenever you try to maneuver the bike, you just have to keep in mind that the exhaust tips are far out. So we have been roaming in and around Secunderabad because of some work which we were held up to. But yeah, in the meanwhile, when the bike was on most of the time, and yeah, I don't feel the heat at all. And when it comes to braking department, I really like the front brake, but I'm little iffy on the back brake. I'm always iffy on the back brakes on many bikes, but the front has a good amount of bite. Ground clearance on this is okay. It is not the best. It is not a Himalayan, but to be honest, I'm seriously waiting for the Himalayan 650. If that is launched with the same engine as this, probably slightly tuned for off-roading, touring purposes, and that 650 will be an amazing bike too. So regarding the servicing about these Interceptors and Continentals, the owner of this bike, Sai, told me that the service staff are not that knowledgeable, and they always have a sheer number of bikes for servicing at any given point of time. So that is one of the reasons why he doesn't give his bike at a Royal Enfield service center for servicing. Ganj ka area, Secunderabad, Patni, Park Lane, you can't help it. This is how it is every time. Minimum వచ్చిండు అంకుల్ అయితే. మనం అటు వెళ్ళాలి, కెమెరా ఆన్ ఉంది. వాడు గుడ్లు పెడుతున్నాడు, మంచి గుడ్లు పెడుతున్నాడు అక్కడ. Okay, after like completing all the works, we are actually finally on our way back. And as you can see, there's one more bad word which I forgot to tell you. The main light is useless. Pretty much useless. You actually need auxiliary lamps for this bike if you're going on tours.
Wow, these guys, I'm all decked up, right? That's because I'm actually heading out for a wedding, and these guys were really late. So we are actually doing it like this, in full Desi style. And yes, we've driven the screws through the requirements, calls as all. The box, the fitting is done today. We don't have to struggle with this. I've asked Sai to leave this bike here today so that we want to test the durability of this and how well it stays on the bike. We've tried it on the Africa Twin. I know it's secure, but this is going to be with us. We want to ride it. We haven't ridden it extensively in the city, right? So we're going to just ride it. And I would just say, be ready for the next video. It is going to be our biggest. It's going to be epic. It's going to be something which is supposed to happen in this video. Unfortunately, it got postponed to the next. It is going to be the biggest announcement which we Two Brother Vlogs have made on YouTube, period, ever. It's going to be our biggest vlog. So be tuned, be ready for that madness. So till the next time, see you. Bye bye. Love you all.